Thank you for joining me here on Louisville Live this morning on this beautiful Thursday. We've got a great show lined up for you all today. We're going to be talking with so many people. Cindy Tandy is here. Always a lot of fun when she shows up on set telling us what's going on around Louisville. Also, Jean West Medical Digest today. Always a treat when she's on the show and very informative as well. Shelby Prevention still ahead. We're going to be talking with Shelby Prevention. You have an opportunity to help clean up graffiti. Yes, there is graffiti in Shelby County, Kentucky, and we need to get rid of it. You have an opportunity to do that and also find out about the fun things going around town from Cindy Tandy. She always is in the know. We'll be right back. Right now, I have a very special guest with me, Elizabeth Lafferty of Shelby Prevention. Welcome back to the show.
Thank you.
Glad to have you. Glad to have you again. Now, for those that are not familiar or missed you last time, explain a little bit about what Shelby Prevention is and what your all's goal is.
Well, Shelby Prevention is a nonprofit organization. Our focus is on substance abuse and violence prevention. And so we try to implement strategies in the community to reduce risk factors for youth and adults to become involved in substance abuse and violence.
I see. Now, I know a lot of people might be thinking, okay, as in Shelby County, Kentucky, do we really have a drug abuse and violence problem in Shelbyville?
Unfortunately, we do have our share of issues.
Okay.
We are a growing community, one of the fastest growing counties in the state, and so along with that comes some of the growing pains of substance abuse and violence.
Well, I was going to say that's the key word with growth. No matter where it is, lots of changes are happening very quickly, and it's sort of a breeding ground sometimes for these kinds of things. And I understand that Shelby Prevention right now has a partnership going with Crime Stoppers. Tell us about that.
That's correct. We've recently partnered with Crime Stoppers to provide funding for their anonymous website tip service and anonymous text tips. And so anyone with a tip for a crime, it's completely anonymous. You can go to www.shelbyclue.com and put your tip information in. If you choose to submit a text tip, you can find the phone number and information on how to do that on their website.
I see. I think that's a great partnership because so much of what everybody's doing right now, whether it's business or social, is online or texting. So this makes it very easy, and the fact that it's anonymous can put people at ease as well. Also want to mention that you all have a Facebook page. You can join the group. I did that last night. And that's just another way to stay aware of what Shelby Prevention is doing and opportunities to volunteer and help out.
Yes.
And there's a look at your Facebook page right there. So just go in, guys, on Facebook and search Shelby Prevention, and this page will pop up, and join the group and just stay in the know and be a part. This is a way to be a part of your community and contribute and give back.
Exactly. And there's so many people that, as we were talking about earlier, is they see the issues, they see the problems, they just don't know what to do about it, and they don't know how to get involved. And so hopefully by joining our Facebook page and staying up to date on what Shelby Prevention is doing, they'll have opportunity to actually get in and help change the community.
Okay, fantastic. So do it, guys. Get on, join the group. We're going to put a little information up on the screen about Shelby Prevention so people can jot down the number as well and the website and just the basic things that you all do. Again, as you said, the membership represents school system, parents, community agency, business and community leaders, and legislatures, and your mission. This is to promote, educate, and provide programs and projects and strategies, which, again, at the core of everything you do, this is why you need the attention. This is why you need people to volunteer and to help out and do what they can. You're targeting youth and adults in support of a drug-free and violence-free environment in Shelby County. There you guys see the phone number and the website. That's where you can call or log on to stay involved, and we just really encourage people to do that. And I've said it a million times to you, I think it's a great thing that you all are doing by pulling in the community and pulling in the young people to help out with this. Now, speaking of pulling in the community to help, you guys have a big big event coming up on Saturday. Tell us about that.
We do. We are sponsoring a graffiti cleanup day in the Midland Center shopping area on Midland Boulevard in Shelbyville, Kentucky. It's around the backside of Tractor Supply, and so we will be out there from 8 a.m. to 3 p.m. We have community volunteers. We have graffiti removal products and paint to take down some of the graffiti and spruce up the shopping center.
Okay.
We have our local fire department that's helping out with this project, and there's been community involvement and donations, so we're really excited about the event.
Okay, now as we were talking earlier, as people are looking at this, and we encourage you all to get out there and help out, here's a little bit of, excuse me, a photo of some of the graffiti that will be being cleaned up. And we were talking before the show. Now I'm looking at this, Elizabeth, and I couldn't really read or decipher what that said. And we were talking about the difference between, the graffiti that's just, kids getting into trouble and maybe drawing pictures, and then sometimes you see this really involved artistic graffiti, numbers are inverted, and that's when you know that there's possibly some gang activity, because this is the way that they communicate with each other.
Right, and I think one of the main things to remember too is graffiti and vandalism just decay the neighborhood. They deteriorate the property values, and not only that, but they become, in these areas where there's graffiti, become a magnet for criminal activity. A lot of times the reason there's graffiti on these buildings or on sides of houses and businesses is because there's not much lighting. It's easy to get in there at night without being seen, and so if we can try to change some of that and put in some strategies and some different lighting and different landscaping to prevent people from coming back in and re-tagging these buildings, then we can hopefully also do away with some of the criminal activity.
Right, and you brought up a good point. Regardless of whether it's just some kids having fun, drawing pictures, or something more serious and criminal related, it's all vandalism, and it needs to be eliminated.
Right.
And you know what I was saying? If you paint over it and they come back, then just keep fighting it back, because that's what everybody has to do, is sort of take ownership of their community.
Right.
And that's what you all are doing.
That's exactly what
Now,
we're
we
doing.
also want to put up a little information. If someone is interested in volunteering and helping out for the Graffiti Cleanup Day, you have a volunteer orientation happening tonight. Tell us about that.
We do. Our volunteer orientation, we want to keep it short and sweet, just to let our volunteers know what products we're using and how to use those products, and maybe set up even some crew chiefs to help organize on Saturday morning. It's from 6 to 7 this evening at West Middle School in Shelbyville, Kentucky. If anyone wants to volunteer or attend the orientation, they can give me a call at 437-0491.
All right, and there you see it again, 437-0491. Ask for Elizabeth Lafferty, and we just really encourage people to, step up, take ownership of your community, and show the people that are doing these things that they're not going to be able to get away with it. They don't run the show.
Right.
And very quickly, I also want to mention that you all do have a youth council as well to keep the young people involved, and they can call or log on to the website to find out how to if children are involved, or if parents want to get their children involved.
Exactly, and a lot of our youth are already on our Facebook page, and so that's a great way to stay in contact with them, and for them to post comments and pictures and things that they're being involved in, and ways to encourage other youth.
I see, so we will possibly see some pictures then of the graffiti cleanup on your Facebook page.
I hope so.
Okay, good. Definitely do that. Take photos. We want to see the progress that's being made, which I think is a great encouragement. Thank you so much, Elizabeth, for coming on. It's always great to have you here.
Thank you.